I don't know how else to say this, but the Minnesota Vikings still have not reached a contract extension with star right tackle Brian O'Neill. It is frustrating because O'Neill has been a cornerstone for this franchise since 2018. Yet this financial uncertainty lingers as we head further into the season. This situation has two distinct angles worth breaking down, covering the immediate salary cap implications and the long-term future of our offensive line. As the situation develops, it is clear this is a development every fan needs to monitor. Smash the like button, subscribe, and let us know where you are watching from. Let's dive in. Vikings fans are rightfully focused on the status of veteran right tackle Brian O'Neill as we navigate the uncertainty surrounding his contract extension. Since being selected in the late second round of the 2018 NFL Draft, O'Neill has been a bedrock for this organization, evolving from a raw rookie into a sophisticated protector who remains a focal point of our offensive identity. Despite his desire to finish his career in Minnesota and his impressive track record, we currently face a situation where he has not signed a new deal, leaving his future under GM Nolan Teasley strangely undefined. The financial reality is striking, as O'Neill holds a significant cap charge of $23,115,657 for the 2026 season. Here's the thing nobody wants to say. While we value his leadership, the front office is clearly prioritizing flexibility by weighing the potential $14,160,000 in savings against the security of keeping a proven anchor. The fan base feels a palpable sense of unease because O'Neill is not just a high-earning player. He is a respected professional who has consistently produced at an elite level. Seeing him enter this period without a finalized agreement feels like an unnecessary gamble for a team that relies so heavily on his 6'7" frame and rugged high-compete mindset. We are left to wonder if the recent addition of promising depth pieces like Caleb Tiernan has subtly shifted the leverage behind closed doors. With the team preparing for a crucial midseason test against the Cleveland Browns, we must ask ourselves if this contract impasse is merely a procedural hiccup or a signal that our new front office is preparing for a future that doesn't include Brian O'Neill on the right side. The most surprising reality regarding this contract stalemate is that Nolan Teasley has seemingly prioritized organizational flexibility over securing a long-term anchor for Kevin O'Connell. This situation stems from a broader shift in how the front office approaches veteran extensions compared to the previous regime, which often committed heavy guaranteed money to retain foundational pieces well before their market value peaked. Now, with a $23,115,657 cap charge looming for the 2026 season, the team is forced to weigh the immediate $14,160,000 in potential savings against the risk of thinning a position group that already features emerging depth like Caleb Tiernan and Ryan Vandemark. Here is where it gets interesting, as this calculated hesitation mirrors past roster transitions where the club opted for younger, cheaper options at offensive tackle, rather than rewarding steady, high-compete veterans with rising salary demands. Behind closed doors, the coaching staff likely views this as a trial of both depth and discipline, hoping to maintain the high level of production we saw during the overseas matchup against the Cleveland Browns while keeping their financial options open for future windows. We know that O'Neill is a 6'7", 310-pound athlete who has provided consistent service since his selection in the 2018 NFL Draft, yet his 30-year-old status puts him at a pivotal crossroads for his career longevity. Will our management prioritize his proven reliability, or does the internal math regarding comp picks in 2027 suggest the team is already mentally preparing for life after our veteran right tackle? Balancing these competitive realities is exactly why this particular negotiation remains the most difficult piece of the current offseason puzzle. So that is the state of the locker room as we look toward the horizon, and I will be straight with you. This contract situation is the biggest distraction facing our front office right now. The stakes are incredibly high because failing to secure a veteran of Brian O'Neill's caliber creates a ripple effect of uncertainty that can destabilize our offensive line during the grind of a grueling season. If we do not resolve this before the schedule intensifies, we risk losing the continuity that allows our blockers to thrive in high-pressure situations. Financially, extending O'Neill could provide $14,160,000 in immediate cap relief, allowing our new general manager Nolan Teasley to maneuver more aggressively as we target a deep postseason run. Without this flexibility, we are handcuffed when it comes to mid-season adjustments or acquiring necessary injury depth. This uncertainty looms over our upcoming matchups against formidable defensive fronts where protection is the single most important factor for success. Our ability to control the line of scrimmage dictates how we stack up against the Packers and the rest of the division, directly impacting our path to a home playoff game. While we have promising younger players like Caleb Tiernan and Ryan Vandemark waiting in the wings, replacing a veteran who has been with us since being chosen in the second round of the 2018 NFL Draft is a tall order. We need that veteran leadership to stay steady, keep our quarterback upright, and maintain our standing as a true contender in the NFC. If we cannot find that middle ground soon, the front office will have some very difficult questions to answer as the season progresses. Extending Brian O'Neill provides a path to immediate financial relief for the Vikings by clearing over $14 million in cap space, a move that secures a cornerstone veteran at a critical position while allowing Nolan Teasley to maintain consistency during his transition as general manager. On the flip side, the inherent risk involves committing long-term funds to a player entering his 30s, potentially locking the team into a declining asset when younger, cheaper alternatives like Ryan Vandemark or the promising Caleb Tiernan are waiting for their turn to start on the right side. Around the league, scouts and analysts are currently weighing in on whether Minnesota should prioritize a bridge deal for O'Neill or pivot toward a full youth movement, with many front offices suggesting that keeping a leader of his stature is the safer bet for a playoff contender. And this is the part that gets me, as the chatter about moving on feels entirely premature, given his consistent performance level. The way I see it, the panic surrounding this extension is vastly overblown by those looking to stir up controversy where none exists. Brian O'Neill remains a top-tier blocker, and his presence is essential for our offensive stability this year. While the depth behind him shows genuine potential, replacing a proven anchor with unproven talent simply to chase theoretical savings would be a short-sighted mistake that undermines the coaching staff. I believe the front office understands that keeping a steady, reliable veteran is the true key to sustained success. And I expect a fair agreement will be reached sooner rather than later to resolve these lingering distractions for good. When you combine Kevin O'Connell's focus on the international stage with the ongoing contract standoff involving Brian O'Neill, it becomes clear that the Vikings are navigating a delicate balance between maintaining a winning culture and managing their long-term financial health. The broader direction for this franchise under Nolan Teasley centers on fiscal discipline, without sacrificing the core veteran leadership that has defined the locker room for years. Fans should feel a sense of cautious optimism regarding this situation, because while the salary cap math is complex, the team has successfully cultivated depth at the tackle position to guard against unforeseen roster changes. And the more I look at this, the reality remains that an experienced presence like O'Neill is vital to protecting our investment in the offensive line. We are seeing a front office that is methodical rather than impulsive, which is a necessary pivot for sustained success in a competitive league. It is fair to wonder if the decision to delay this extension reflects a deeper plan to lean on younger prospects. Yet we must trust that the organization values the stability O'Neill provides as we prepare for these high-stakes games abroad. With the season quickly approaching, do you believe Nolan Teasley should finalize a contract extension for Brian O'Neill before the team kicks off in London? Or is waiting for more performance data the smarter move for our future? If you enjoyed the video, do not forget to like it and subscribe to the channel. SKOL. I'll see you in the next one.